B, why don't you read off what 16 is?
16, law 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor and judgment.
Yeah.
Make your presence felt even when you gone.
Yeah, this one is this him. This is him.
You know,
It's out of sight. It's out of sight, out of mind. But it's more power with it's more power with elusiveness, and it's more power in with being unseen and being less accessible. It's kind of like how I look at it. It's kind of like I'll use like Air Jordans for example. The fact that they come out with them like they'll come out with a different colorway, but you won't get the number. You know what I mean? Like the availability is not frequent. You don't see like you see a lot of you don't see specific ones. You know what I mean? Which builds the hype. So it's like another example I'll use. It's kind of like a comedian or a rapper. When it's oversaturated, like when Kevin Hart came out, no disrespect to Kevin Hart because he's great, but we got oversaturated with Kevin Hart, and it kind of made me personally, I was kind of like tired of seeing Kevin Hart, and it wasn't nothing that he was doing wrong because he's a funny guy, but it's like when you're too accessible, it kind of devalues you.
You know when you said it, and I wrote it in my note. First person I thought about was K-Dot.
Yeah, bingo. We never
Cole
see
on that too.
We never see Kendrick. We never see Cole.
But you hear from Cole, you see Cole more than you see Kendrick.
Yeah, I'll never see Kendrick out.
Never, like, you see Andre 3000 more than you see Kendrick. Think about that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It'll always be a random 3-stack sighting. 3-stack sighting. 3-stack sighting. Oh, 3 Stacks was at a coffee shop. 3 Stacks was playing the guitar. He was playing the flute. He was riding a bike. You don't see Kendrick at all. If that man drops anything right now, shut down. Like, shut down.
Agreed.
He's created that much value with his artistry. Like, he got a Good Kid, To Pimp, Damn.
Not to mention the mixtapes.
Yeah, because Overly Dedicated.
Section 80 and Overly Dedicated.
Them 3. Good Kid, Section, and Damn. He got one of the greatest 3-peats ever.
Yeah.
And he done took away all this time. My man got another one up his sleeve. Like, if Cole or Drake drop, that shit gonna shut down too, but it's different. Because you hear from them. They'll do more features. Drake is always popping up. They're always giving you Lucy, the 3-packs. Kendrick don't do shit. You don't see him. You don't hear from him. Like, his absence totally has garnered
value,
a ton of respect and honor.
Yep.
And I think he is like the perfect way to describe this law. Is Kendrick. Straight up. I like how old boy did in the thing though. He like told his girl, like took his girl through all that shit, but then in the end, she like, all right, nigga, send me your nail. Bro, I looked at my nail like, yeah, I'd have been like, I'm good. I'm good.
It was different back then.
I'm good, bro. Think about that.
I'm good on that.
Think about that. Like, it ain't like he could just pop some pills and be numb and get his shit. Like, I'm looking at my nail like.
Yeah, that's tough because my big toenail fell off, so I already know how that shit feels.
I got turf toe. I got turf toe playing football.
Oh, what?
Bruh. Yeah, it was vicious. I used to think about it. I'm like, what you mean you got turf toe? You can't play, bruh. I got that shit. It was like, oh,
I can't play.
Oh, I used to hear like you hear the weird ones like, oh, such and such got plantar fasciitis. He can't play tonight. And I'm like, bro, it's your foot. Like, what you mean? I got that shit once and was like, nigga, I can't walk.
So what is turf toe exactly? Is it what is that?
You jam your toe.
Bro,
A
it's
jam
like it's
toe.
almost broke like.
Yeah.
Oh, it's stiff.
Like I was bleeding in my toenails. And my toenails came off. Bro, I could barely walk, bro. Barely walk.
I dropped the sore lid on my shit.
And then when you get plantar, you can't plant. Like, bro, your foot is like, it's indescribable. That shit is painful. Like, that shit is absolutely painful. So, yeah, man. What was another thing reading this? The sidebar. The one courtesan, the French chick, Ninon de, I don't know how to say her last name. Her quote was what you had said, B. She says, love never dies of starvation, but often of indigestion. That shit is so real.
Mm-hmm. Too much. Too much.
Yeah, it like, and it's weird because love is so abundant. Like, you can't run out of love. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you have 100 kids, unless your kids is just some complete fuck ups, you're gonna love all your kids. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
You can't run out of love. But a person can love on you so hard and so tight and like
Too much.
it's too much. Yeah. Like a bear hug can kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like hug me just enough. Like let me feel the embrace, but don't smother me.
Yeah, you use give me a chance in that regard. It's like give me a chance to miss you. You know?
Scarcity, man. Scarcity adds value.
I'm around you so much, you won't give me a chance to miss you. So
that shit is real.
You got to use just one of the things I got up. It says use your absence to create respect and esteem, and that makes total sense. That makes total sense, man. When you're around, man, it's kind of like when you're at somebody's house too long, whether it's your friend or maybe you just at the house, period, too long. Just think about the pandemic. Think about how we was in all day. I was like, Brandon, you have a significant other, so I'm not going to get you in trouble. I'm not even going to ask you this question.
You know,
after a while,
let's make sure we edit this part out too. Yeah, let's chop that.
Look, I'm sure. Let me say this. I'm sure a lot of marriages were tested during the pandemic. A lot of relationships were tested because you were in the house. You was locked in. You couldn't go anywhere. You were around that person all the time. So
I would have went to the car.
Man, look, I'm gonna go to the car. Right back.
To the car. Leave me
Just
alone.
Imagine your work schedule, or you going to the gym, or you going to go do extracurriculars as your break from someone or something. When all of that was put to a halt, oh yeah.
Oh, you gotta see what you was made of for sure.
I mean, even think about it. I got to going away for school. And B, you worked out of town. Like I said, and you done had a million jobs. And when you come back home and people ain't seen you for a while,
they own you.
It's a different, like, oh, shit, I missed you. Or when you work jobs and you go on vacation and you come back and people are like, oh my God, like where you been? It's just different when you hear like what G's was saying, like that absence shows your value.
Straight up.
If people ain't missing you when you gone, you something wrong. Straight up, something wrong.
Yeah. So what were your key words?
I had two. One of them was punctuality. And that's because you gotta have the right type of timing to know how long to be gone, when to come back. It's a hardcore balancing act. Because if it's gone too long, they will forget you.
Yep.
And then that missing will turn into resentment.
Yep.
That resentment will turn into indifference. And ain't nothing worse than indifference. I mean, be hated or be loved. Because at least them emotions is strong. And they can be converted. But indifference is shit, you a lost cause.
Yep, bingo.
So having that punctuality of knowing when to fall back, when to get back on the scene. Like you gotta have that time. And then the other one, let me make sure I say this right. Rapprochement. I read it in the book and I'm like, what the fuck? So I wrote it down because I'm like, I didn't even know how to say it. It's a French word, but it meant an establishment or reestablishment of harmonious relations. So rapprochement. That's my
Rapprochement.
Vibrations. The
you know what I'm saying? It just sounds good too.
Mm-hmm. Mine was deviate.
Deviate.
Yeah.
Okay.
There.
B.
Presence.
Okay.
And I want that in every bit of the double entendre because your presence is a present when you're there. So I want to make sure that right there. You feel me?
Indeed. I dig it. We so hip hop over here.
Oh man. It's sickness sometimes. You just can't help it, huh?
Hey man, that's our life. That's what it is.
King of the double entendres is Hove, by the way. Yeah. Let that digest for a little bit. Yeah. It's Hove.
Yeah.
That's a tough one, bro.
You think so?
Yeah. Cause Sean be going, bro.
He do his thing. He on my top 10.
It's a few people who got some. Fab too.
Fab get off.
Not different.
I ain't never heard a weak Fab verse, and I can honestly say that shit out of every song that I heard Fab on. And then that's tough.
Yes, sir.
Fab different. All right, y'all. Law 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Y'all don't always got to be posting. Y'all don't got to live your lives online. Everything ain't got to be shown.
Straight up.
You don't got to tag and put your location for everything. That shit is not cool. It's some people out here who don't fucking like you. And if you get that one bold one who don't like you and you tagging your location and they know where you at.
I'm the bold one. I'm coming to get you.
So yeah, just that's a little life jewel, especially for y'all youngins, because that's something that y'all love to do. Love to tell everybody where you at or where you going.
What you doing? Who you doing it with?
The internet. This shit is crazy.
It's not cool. Just trying to give y'all some life jewels. Cause we might not look our age, but boy, living in the era we lived in.
Sidebar. We are the missing link to the culture. We seen the birth of pretty much every technical thing that you can think of. You know what I'm saying? From the cell phones to the computers to the laptops, sidekicks, pagers. Just think about the shit. Like we was in there, VHS, DVD, all that shit. Digital. We got a chance to see everything.
We're the bridge to the digital world.
For sure.
So
the internet when that shit popped. Remember AOL when that shit was slow as hell?
Bro, I didn't have a fucking computer.
You remember
what? Man, we had
AOL used to come in the newspaper, the Sunday paper.
Oh yeah, with the little disc. Show did too.
Damn,
that shit makes seem hella old.
At the house.
The internet came on a CD.
It did.
That's crazy.
We used to be I like using the computer when I come to your house.
That's true.
Downloading all the music.
That's true. And fucked up the computer. I remember that
shit. all the STDs, the computer.
Hey, that shit was tripping too. Tripping.
Bruh. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, just take these life jewels from us. Learn something new.
Hey, and if you learn something, you might as well share something too.
That's indeed.
Right.
So y'all know how we give it up. Blessings.
Love.
Peace.